Okay, I haven't made any changes since last night, so hopefully the mic is actually like working like it should be, because I'm pretty sure the cats didn't touch it. They better not have touched it. Okay, so we're going to play some more Veilguard today. Usually I stream on Tuesdays, but tomorrow is the big 7.2 patch for Final Fantasy XIV, and I plan to creep on other people's streams for that since I can't play it myself right now. So we're streaming tonight instead. Alrighty, let's see where we are. There we go. There's our boy. There's our boy. We're not going to be using mouse and keyboard. We're going to, yeah, there we go. We're going to be using, like usual, controller, because I hate using mouse and keyboard for these. All right, where are we? Is the sound okay for y'all? Game sounds a little quiet on my end. Hey, Azu. Okay. Maybe I just need to turn it up on my headphones. There we go. All right. Oh, I remember this part, yeah. We got something fun coming up. By fun, I mean terrifying in a bit. Did we already do this? Yeah, we came from there. And there's not, as far as I remember, there's not anything over here. This is just another way of like getting up here. This first little mission here is still a bit of a, oh yeah, this is, they died in a very bad way.
Someone met a bad end here.
Yep.
Even mages have trouble with the artifacts here. They expect them to work like, you know, normal magic. But they're different. The magic's more alive somehow.
They died pretty badly. Ugh. And this is why I laugh at people who are like, Veilguard's not dark enough for a Dragon Age game. I'm like, have you been like, did you pay attention when you played the game? Like, even in the sunny bits like this, there's a lot of little things that are just bad. And this dude's gonna come alive and attack us. Hello.
Sentinel construct. Okay,
Oh,
easy
nice,
enough.
nice.
But watch out. Whenever you see one, there's more nearby.
Yeah, these guys run in packs. I'm gonna break all of these because we need to be in the habit, or at least back in the habit. Because not so much right now, but later on, when you break these things, you'll get stuff you can use to make things or upgrade things.
Seeing these kinds of ruins never gets old.
Anything here that can help you piece together what exactly that artifact is?
I have a theory, but we're miles away from where that artifact should be.
So we've gotten everything in there. Yeah, it is really nice, because like you can buy the upgrade materials and stuff, but a lot of the basic stuff like pieces of wood and material and stuff you can find just laying around. now we've got a whole bunch of them. Yes. So these aren't all going to come at once. They're going to wake up in pieces.
These constructs! It means
Ah!
I was right.
Right about what?
About where we are. An armor. And I think I know what the artifact is.
Oh, hi, Elston. Thank you for the follow. Oh, hey, I promise I'm kind of paying attention, but also I'm trying not to die right now. I am a squishy mage, and I don't have a tank yet. Oh, I know you too. Die, please. I have to get back in the swing of things. Okay, good. It's dead. This is the problem with being a mage or even a rogue at the very beginning, is that you don't get a tank. Like, the tanks in the group aren't even in the first, like, 4 companions you get. Actually, no, wait. Yeah. Like, you don't get your first tank until, like, your first 3 companions are 2 mages, which you can see here, and a rogue. And so if you are a rogue or a mage, you have to get very good at dodging very quickly. And I am not very good at dodging right now because the last full playthrough I did of Veilguard
What sort of artifact are we
was as a
finding?
warrior.
An archive spirit.
So I was a tank.
A creature of the Fade, bound to a crystal. Our ancestors used them to store knowledge and to help them dream.
But yeah, welcome in, Elston. Ah, yeah, see, there we got some gold, and we also got a painted pot. And you can see we were over there, and now we're here. How friendly are we with the other characters? I mean, pretty friendly. These are our buddies here. 2 of our group, and you can romance pretty much every single one of the characters you get into your group, into the Veilguard. You can romance them. So it really just depends on who you want to romance. You can even flirt with them up to a point, and then they're like, hey, so if you keep flirting... Yeah, no sacrificial meat shields, unfortunately. Not until we get our 2 tanks. Because it doesn't matter, like, if they attack or what. Like, unlike 14, your group will not draw aggro. You are the main character, and thus you get all the aggro no matter what you are. And here we go. Yep. Those of y'all who have played the other Dragon Age games will know what this is.
Mythalinast. Darkspawn.
Yep. Darkspawn. Oh goody. We are going to...
Darkspawn. Here. I never would have believed it.
Yeah.
Until today.
Unfortunately, I cannot punch. Though I think there's one ability as a warrior, I think, where you can just, like, punch them in the face. Well, you can punch him in the face with your shield. Just to make it even worse, right? If you go sword and shield. Because every mage, rogue, and rogue and warrior, basically, right? Yeah, especially if you get certain, like, there's certain shields. Oh yeah, no, drop kicking as a tank is so much fun. But there are certain shields that have, like, spikes on them. And there's certain abilities for your shield, right? And you can actually get upgrades to make it more damaging, right? Because each class gets 2 sets of weapons, right? So with mage, you get the orb and the dagger, and then you also get the staff, right? With rogue, you get daggers or short swords, and you get bow and arrow. And then with warrior, you get a sword and shield, and you get a 2-handed weapon. And you can switch between these very easily. And it just depends on your choices in character when you get your skill points, right? And also it depends on, if you look here, in the skill tree, it depends on what kind of skill tree, what part of the skill tree you go for. Like for instance, my first playthrough, I was an evoker, which is very much like, it's a lot of ice and a lot of like controlling the battlefield in AoE. And it focuses a lot on staff and staff attacks, right? Deathcaller, which is the one I'm currently working on console, is kind of a middle ground where it is good with both staff and knife, and is very focused on life drain and stuff, whereas this Spellblade is, like it says, very, very focused on abilities for the orb and dagger. And it's the same for the other ones as well. Like when I played warrior, I played sword and shield mostly because that was the specialty I chose. And then there's one specialty that's very focused on the 2-handed weapon, and then one that's a good balance. And same for rogue, right? So it really just depends on what you want to do, what you want to choose, and where you want to go. Each one has a bit kind of like an elemental focus as well.
Another one of those resonance amplifiers.
Get ready. Once I shut it down, the path ahead will remain blocked until the magic dissipates.
We've got your back.
Yep. I'm gonna have Valar do that.
I'm on it.
There we go. And now we have to fight.
Eyes open. Would you look at rogue?
Getting a little too close.
I've never seen Darkspawn this deep into Arlothan Forest before. As far as I know, it's never happened.
Could the Elven gods be commanding the Darkspawn? Solus did say they were blighted.
You saw those Darkspawn, though? Something was different about them.
And we'll stop them. Once we get out of this bubble.
Right. Let's get to that central temple.
Yep. Going to the chapel and we're gonna kill Darkspawn, because this is not a wedding chapel. I don't know why I got that stuck in my head, but it was there. I don't even know if anyone actually knows that song. we've got some explosive barrels, but we're going to use this to break this. And then we can keep
More
using
dark
it to kill
spawn,
things.
right where you broke that wall.
And it's very much like an AoE. So if you aim it right. Come on, I know more's coming. There's the rest of you. Oh, nope, missed that one. There we go. These are great, but they'll put them up in various areas, right? And sometimes you have enough room where you can like hit things before they get to you. But there are a few areas where you're like, oh hey, cool, I can use the ballista. And then you try to get on the ballista and use it, and it's like, nope. The enemies are coming around behind you. They're trying to kill you. I don't think there was any. Was there anything over here? No. Got some more. And there it is.
Another resonance amplifier.
Should be the last one, I hope.
Fingers crossed.
There's where the darkspawn came from. All the blights everywhere. All the nasty, nasty blight. Okay. And then we're gonna have to fight a bunch of these. First, we gotta get Blar to do that. There we go. Fight these dudes. And you are coming up behind me.
The last barrier's down. We're close.
Ah,
I can feel it.
okay. Slowly but surely getting my dodging fingers back.
Have you noticed something about the blight? Where it is, I mean? It's almost like it's feeding off the elven magic.
Which isn't good. And also, I hate the fact that, like, this is the best piece of armor I have right now, but it does mean my character is walking around in blight barefoot. I find that concerning, but you know, what can you do? Okay, so we need to go that way, but there's some stuff this way. Evaners now wield power beyond anything I've seen. Their magic is fueled by corruption and death. The creeps announced stones. We cannot outlast this siege. All these bits of lore from... Yeah, builds up an immunity. Sure, not like I'm gonna get blighted at all. Also, I just hit that and knocked it over with my bare foot. Sure. Jumping right onto stone. Like, honestly, this just makes splinters, and also like landing on stone like that and bare feet, that just makes my feet hurt. Like, even my feet hurt, right? It's like, where's the cushioning?
If that building's what I think it is, then the alignment means we're here. This is it. This is where it was kept.
Where what was kept?
The archive spirit, or as the ancient elves called it, the Nodus Derthalin. It means the inevitability of knowledge.
Why is it called that?
I don't know, actually. The notes were never very clear on that, but I plan to find out.
I mean, I shouldn't laugh. The whole reason that we don't know is because their civilization fell to pieces, and then they were enslaved and all this
More
stuff.
constructs ahead.
But
The inner sanctum. We're getting closer.
hello, my dude. Taking that and that. Since we're through mages, we can't really do any combos. You just knocked him away. That's not the right button. Oh, hi Terrence. Hello, baby. Not right now. Not right now. Mama's fighting. Okay, Mama's done fighting. What do you want? That was a really bad time to try to get in my lap, baby. You almost you almost got me killed. Hello? Hi? That's my mouse, baby. Mama's not playing with the mouse, but also you just... Okay. What you doing? Did you just want in my lap? Are you saying hi? Can you hear him? Let's keep you away from the mic, baby, because last time you touched it, you turned Mama's volume all the way down, and that was bad. If you're going to stay in my lap, you have to stay away from my hands so that I can not die. You just wanted to say hi to everyone, didn't you? Yeah. You can stay here if you want. You just can't bump the controller, okay? We'll see how this works. He is in my lap and wanting attention, so we'll see how this goes.
Looks like this door is going to need a second power crystal.
Then let's go find one.
Ooh, a new orb. Hey, that's even better. Excellent. Okay, so we need a crystal to get there first. So there's already a crystal in here, but we're gonna take it so that we can get into the other area, so that we can get the other crystal, because we need to get over there. But in order to get over there, we have to go through here. There we go. Yes, the introduction to the blight stuff.
Another ballista. I bet we could use it to break through that wall.
Baby. Make up your mind, please, and thank you. It's like, no. You will pay attention to me. There we go. Now we can jump down here. There's nothing else up there that we need, so we can close it up. War crimes, yeah. He certainly thought it was. I wasn't paying attention to him. Both cats are just don't get it when I'm like streaming or on a Zoom call or something. They're like, why, who are you talking to? Why are you not talking to us?
We did it.
There we go.
All that's left is the Nodus Thallen. I have so many questions for it.
You're going to ask it questions?
It's an archive spirit. You'll see.
Ooh. Ooh, new staff. Nice. Only the very basic staffs and stuff now. What's really cool about this game, though, you'll notice, for those who haven't played it, like right now, these are all gray, right? The very basics, but you'll see there's locked things. Instead of just getting, like, you do get new bits and bobs as you go, right? But what you do is you get upgrades to your orbs and daggers and stuff. And so you can actually get these, choose which ones that you want. Like, say if you were going for a fire build and this was a really good fire staff, right? You can upgrade it all the way to legendary. And so while these are really basic right now, these will get upgraded either by finding copies or buying copies or by upgrading at various other things. Yeah. Same with the armor and the headpieces, which I don't have any right now, and the belts, the amulets, and then 2 rings. So it's really nice. And if I don't like the looks, there is a transmog system with the wardrobes. So as long as I've gotten something, I can use it as long as I've gotten something, I can use it as a transmog. Here we go.
Okay, here it is. The Nodus Thallen.
So we take it and we're good, right? We can head back.
Oh, I wish. No, it's a lot trickier than that.
As if darkspawn demons and animated suits of armor aren't tricky enough.
Let's go sarcasm as usual.
Nothing's ever easy, is it? So what makes this tricky?
If I remove the artifact the way I'd usually do it, it'll explode and take out half of Arlathan with it. Good news is, I think I can
Yes,
shunt
let's
the energy
explode
somewhere
ourselves.
else. Okay, here we go. The way the magic is pulsing, I've never seen this before. It's almost like it's
don't like this.
breathing.
As many times as I've gone through this already, I don't like this part. Ogres are so gross in this game.
Ogre! That's an ogre!
See what I mean about aggro, though? He is just ignoring the others. Ow! good. Ultimate ability is up. Well, at least I have my ultimate ability. There we go. The very first ultimate ability you get as a mage is basically Kamehameha, so...
Well, wasn't expecting to fight an ogre today. Then again, I also didn't expect to learn that my gods are rampaging around and trying to end the world. Just one of those days.
Best neurodivergent girly.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. There we go. Ooh. No. That's good. I think. Oh.
What does that crystal do?
Keeps the artifact powered. Focuses the ambient magical energy. That's why these things still work, thousands of years later. Oh. No, you don't.
Uh-oh. There we go. We can actually leave the veil bubble now.
Sulanan, Vir Sulevanan, Enasal Dethara.
Well then.
I am the Nadas Dethara.
Right. I have questions.
I am the Nadas Dethara. What do you...
Oh, I think it's glitching.
Where'd the spirit go? The Nadas Dethalan, I mean.
It went back into the crystal, but the crystal's broken. Until I fix it. It's kind of my thing, fixing magical stuff.
If only it could be fixed by one of those old TVs, right? Just give it a good smack.
Strife and Irulan will want to know about this. And the Blight, and the Darkspawn. Let me know when you're ready to head to the Veil Jumper camp.
Okay, let's get our goodies. Oh, and we leveled up. Nice. Valara got skill points. And we got a bow for Valara. And that's the thing too, like you get specific abilities and trinkets, and you get specific weapons and armor and stuff for your companions too. Let's see. So Valara got that new bow. And you'll see it's green. So that's the next level up from gray is green. It goes from gray to green to blue to purple and then to gold or orange, depending on what it looks like to you. Skill points, we're going to give you this one since it applies weekend, and this one because it detonates sundered. You'll see like this, it'll tell you what it does, right? So this detonates sundered, and sundered is usually put on by rogues. And then this applies weakened, and weakened it depends on what your class is. So for me, since I'm playing a mage, it's going to give me weapons and stuff that are used by mages, right? Specifically for these things. You can buy certain armors and stuff. The thing is like, it's going to give me, so it doesn't matter like what I choose. it's going to give me mage weapons and mage armor. And I'll only be able to buy mage weapons and stuff. Yeah, I'll only be able to buy mage weapons and stuff from the vendors. I will be able to buy heavy armor and stuff if I wanted to, because the light armors are usually best for mages, but depending on various things, sometimes the medium or even heavy ones are ones that you want, right? And they do often like change the stats on the armors to fit your job. So if I were playing a rogue, only rogue weapons would show up, right? But I would still get access to all the different kinds of armor and headpieces. And in fact, because there are some of the skill trees where you actually get armor buffs depending on what kinds of armor you equip, right? So for instance, if I need to get a new skill anyway. For instance, my Kunari on the console, my console run right now. Yes, it will. It basically, because certain staffs are always certain things, right? But the thing is you can choose which ones you want, and you're going to say, you want this particular staff because it's ice focused. You probably won't get the ice focused one elsewhere, but you want to upgrade that particular one, right? And so once you get a staff, you can buy the upgrades for it. So you have a lot of options by the end. But again, like this, for instance, like technically I'm going for Spellblade, which is very much a lightning focused build, right? But right now my staff is fire and my orb is necrotic, right? But honestly, that doesn't really have too much bearing on anything. Like, I could have all lightning abilities, and my abilities would not be affected by the staff or the orb. In fact, mixing and matching them is often a pretty good idea, because certain enemies have various resistances, right? So maybe all of my abilities are lightning, but I'm up against an enemy that has a fire vulnerability. So then if I have a fire staff, I don't have to switch out any of my abilities. I can just use my staff, Actually, I should get my new skill, where am I going to go? I should probably... I need to go down this way. So I'll get that. Yeah. I'm not going to be using Wall of Fire a lot. I could get Meteor. Meteor's great, though. But I'm going to be going this way. So I'm going to get Storm Surge, Thunder's End, and Void Blade, which is great. But yeah. There we go. I don't know if that made sense. Did that make sense?
Ready to go?
Okay, good. Making sure that just made sense. Yes, we're gonna go. We got our
Right.
goodies.
Let's get moving.
Come on. I'll show you the way to the Veil Jumper camp.
11 wounded, 16 on bed rest, and some of our most experienced fighters are still missing.
We're running out of veil jumpers. Whatever's going on out there, it's scary.
A boy in his purple hair.
Jahel and Milva never reported back from Demeter's crossing.
There are 100 people living in that village, or near enough.
Ah. Yes, we're getting on to the
You're back,
creepy
and you're alive. Good.
mission.
Sounds like things have gotten a lot worse since we left.
Darkspawn. They're showing up all over Arlethan, attacking anyone in their path.
We've evacuated 3 daily settlements already.
We ran into Darkspawn too, near the Nodus Dirthalin.
Wait, you found the Nardus Darthalan? The archive spirit? We could ask it about the gods. Figure out their next move.
Yeah, it's broken though, but the Dalish are the priority.
Archive's broken. Won't tell us anything. But that doesn't matter. Any Dalish settlements we can save, we should.
So far, we've been lucky and arrived just in time.
And again, for
Given
those who
how
may not have
fast these
played
Darkspawn are moving, it's only a matter
the
of
original
time till our luck
Dragon
runs
Age
out.
games, Dalish
Well,
means
it hasn't
elves who
run
don't
out
live in
yet,
a city, and they
so
usually
let's
have
stretch
these
it
kinds
until
of
it breaks.
tattoos on their faces.
If we could predict where they'd strike next, we might get ahead of them.
They're more clan-based.
So far, they've been unpredictable.
Which leaves us with what?
Demeter's crossing.
What?
Irlin and Strife. When we came in, you said you'd lost contact with Demeter's crossing. We could go check it out. The 3 of us, I mean.
You mean 4? You're not leaving me behind.
You were just wounded. We can...
You'll have to tie me up to keep me here.
I don't know what you're going to find there, Rook. Likely nothing good. But you'd be saving people. And it might get you on the trail of the gods.
Demeter's crossing's on the far side of the lake. There's a small boat at the docks. It'll take you there. Watch your back out there. And good luck.
All right. Disabled the artifact and freed them from the veil bubble, and she uncovered the Nodus Dirthalan. She intends to unlock its secrets, and she has joined the team as they search for the escape elven gods.
Okay, we'll need a boat to get there. Let's head to the dock.
Okay, so since I've been named an ally, this is the Veil Jumper Camp. And each faction is going to have their own area. And actually the areas change as you level up and do, like, help them out and do missions and stuff. And also you can level up
What's
their...
you hear about Demeter's crossing?
Veil jumpers have gone missing.
They're merchants.
Plenty of ways to spend your coin
You'll
here.
see this has shop rank 1. You can get up to shop rank 4 and it'll unlock newer stuff and also sell stuff, right? And you'll need to sell stuff or do quests for these folks in order to level them up. And you'll notice at the top too, it'll show you the strength level. And you want to, if you played Mass Effect, it's similar to in Mass Effect 3 when you were trying to get, yeah, basically. But it's similar to Mass Effect 3 in that you were trying to get all the different war factions up to strength, basically. So that you could get a good ending. Oh, I never noticed she had heterochromia. Cool. And you see here, this is what I was talking about with upgrades. So this unlocks at level 2, level 3, and level 4. And you'll notice this is the knife I have right now. This is, and if I bought this, it would upgrade it to green and unlock one of the locked abilities. So this is how you upgrade your stuff. And here's a new bow for Balara and a new bow for Harding, which I think is better than what she has. It is, but you'll notice it does cost money. So you have to kind of keep an eye on it and say like, oh, is this better? And what have you. And you will find things out in the world too, right? So this helmet, for example, if I bought this now, which I could because I don't have a helmet, yeah, and you notice it's a medium helmet and I can still wear it. But I know there's a chest out there that has this helmet as well, so it would upgrade it automatically. When I found it, it would upgrade it automatically to green. Oh, and then the red is unique armors, like unique helms, unique armors, unique weapons. These unique weapons can't really be upgraded or changed or anything. They are like really, really good, but you'll notice they are very like, again, they're unique, so you have to kind of work around them. They have good stuff about them. They also have weird stuff. Let's see. And then you can get things that are just appearances, like these. So I'm going to go ahead and get this to upgrade my knife. Can't get this because we're not level 2 yet. I won't bother. I can't get the helm. Don't have enough gold for it now. But I should be able, after this next quest, I should be able to unlock level 2 and get more stuff.
And now that we've met, do your best not to die, yeah? It can be rough out there.
Please don't die.
Yeah, that's
Sure.
the plan.
I
If it
shall
gets too
try.
rough, just come back and I'll square you away with better bits and bobs.
See ya.
It is really cute. The NPCs do like talk with you a bit and everything. But yeah, this will change a lot. And actually, you'll see down here, this is where the mirror is going to be for when we actually get quick travel. So, and this area is going to change as we upgrade it, which is cool. So we need to go to Meadows Crossing, but also there's goodies over here that I want to get. Ah, yes. The longest running joke in the Dragon Age series, the Randy Dowager series. So starting in the first Dragon Age game and continuing through this one, there is a book that you can find.
Sounds like a lot happened here.
What hasn't happened?
Called the Randy
This
Dowager,
area
and it's
is where Tevinter Magisters destroyed Arlethan's city centuries ago. A whole lot of blood magic during the war.
And now?
Whatever Solus did stirred up everything again. The old blood magic from the war never went away. Ancient relics appear out of thin air, ruins float. It's like an old wound that never healed. Now it's bleeding again.
Anyway, the Randy Dowager Quarterly is like a book/magazine that is printed in, I believe it's Orlais, which is one of the, it's one of the human lands, but it's kind of based on France, right? And it's exactly what you think it is. It's basically, think very, smexy, stories and stuff, all meant to, for the ladies and gentlemen, basically, yeah. But the thing is like, we just picked up one of them, right? So let's see, where is it? I think it's in miscellaneous. That's our letter. Yeah. And then there's the Randy Dowager herself has a rating system. And here she says 4 scarves fluttered in shock out of 5. But this is like a running gag throughout the entire series. It's so funny. Oh, let's see. Yep. Alright, we got all the stuff up here, so we're gonna go this way. Do I have to fight anything here? Not yet. This is not the hand with all the jokes. Okay. Wouldn't that be interesting? Alright, now we're going to...
Rook, you ready to go?
Yeah, I guess we're ready. We're about to hit the first mission where I was just like, what is with my hair? Okay, we're good now. Here we go.
Harding, you sure you're up for this?
I'm fine. I need to get back in the fight.
Then let's go.
All right.
I've never seen fog this thick in Demetta's Crossing.
Well, to be fair, Lace Harding does have a lot of freckles, but part of it is also bruising.
This isn't right.
Because she got
The
hurt
dock
earlier in the
usually has
game.
people bringing goods to market, bartering and shouting. It's always busy.
Something happened here.
Stay sharp.
Here we go.
It's so quiet.
Too quiet.
Where is everybody?
Yeah, it's really quiet here. I wonder why. But look at this. Isn't this cute? People would sit here and watch the water. Also, kind of sad considering what we're about to see.
It's market day. People should be out selling eggs and buying bread. But everything's just abandoned.
Gotcha, Elston. I will probably still be going when you get back if it's just half an hour. I don't have anything to do before bed besides this, so...
They barricaded the main entrance into town.
To keep something out?
No, to keep something in.
And here we go. And this is why I don't listen to those people. You'll see here in a minute. This is why I don't listen to
I
those
think we can
people
get
who
in
are
over here.
complaining about the game being less dark than old ones. Because look at this.
It's blight. Even worse than in the forest.
Yep. Yeah, and just wait, it gets even worse, Azu. Cause look.
Must keep everyone in. Mustn't let anyone out.
Look at this. Guess what those are? Those are bodies. And this poor dude. And look, there's bodies up there too. Yeah.
You okay? What happened here?
Keep them inside. Listen to the mayor.
Hello?
I don't think he can hear us.
Yeah. Think Resident Evil, right? Because, like, look at that. They're everywhere.
Everyone has to stay. We'll be rewarded. No, you can't leave.
Hey, can you hear me?
Just stay here, and everything will be fine.
Yeah. There you go. Like... And this one is still blinking, by the way. So... yeah. Honestly, it's like, did you people, like, even look around when you played the game? Because... yeah.
Someone used powerful magic to dominate the minds of these villagers.
Oh, yep. Little tentacles everywhere. More dead people.
The town square!
We need to search for survivors.
Let's see what we can find. Fan out.
And here we go. Look at this. It is absolutely awful. Some of these boils I can get. That one. And these people were trying to desperately get away and just died in their doors. Yeah. Welcome to Dragon Age. There's some in here. Mayor's not worth arguing with. He'll take gold from the town coffers for a new fountain. Good lumber to fix the docks. That's far too expensive. Yeah. Wonder what that says about the mayor. I'll talk to you in a minute, bud.
Look at that. Is that an Aravel on the roof?
The blight must have lifted it up there.
Good grief. Hey, baby.
This is Adeline. I knew her. She was a farmer, sold spices to us, the best in Arlathan. I can't believe this happened.
Yeah, look at this is just literally a mound of people right here. Yeah. There's other places that are hidden that I can get to. I don't think it's here.
This blight is weird.
Ever seen anything like it?
Never. Blight's usually dead, static, but this is alive.
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep going. Might be more survivors.
All bugs. Yep.
What was that?
Something big. Stay sharp.
Something not good.
Over there. 2 more survivors.
There's more survivors over there, and there's a hidden area
Hey,
that I can
what's
get
going
to
on here?
over here somewhere.
Find the Veil Jumpers. Bring them to the mayor.
They're talking about Jahel and Milva.
They said bring them to the mayor. If we find the mayor, then maybe we'll find your friends.
Yeah. And look at that, it's just made this giant pit in the center of town, which is not great. And look at
Must
this.
keep looking. Must find the Veil Jumpers.
The mayor said to find them.
Yeah.
Why were they looking for Veil Jumpers? What did the mayor want with them?
Don't want to fall down there.
Look, more people.
More people, giant tentacles. No blight obstacles there.
We must round up everyone.
Must get them inside.
We will be rewarded.
Yeah. Here we go.
Milva!
Yep, there's our
That's one
missing
of your
veil
fellow
jumpers.
Veil Jumpers? Valara!
Jahel! He's alive!
Valara.
We're going to help you. We'll get you down, Jahel.
No, listen. The gods have returned. I saw them. I heard their voices.
The gods did this?
A blood ritual to release the blight. The villagers, they said they needed power. Valara, be careful.
Yeah. He just... Blood magic in this game is really, really bad. And these people just used it. And we just... And you'll notice the money on the ground. You'll notice there is a small path of money. And you will also notice that we heard someone yell for help. Yeah, keep that in mind.
Come on. That sounds close.
Here we go.
Help me! Hurry!
What is with my hair? It keeps going all weirdly staticky on my character.
Here?
No! 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 Please! Hey!
Yeah, there's me just having a stare down with the dragon.
Blood, a hungry heart, creature
Come to me.
Yeah.
I know you. You're the mayor of this town.
The village. The people. Are they,
Blighted. Dead. All of them.
You gave them to the gods, didn't you? Didn't you?
They were in my head. Infecting my thoughts. They made me do it. Please, help me.
Yeah, I'm not going to be kind about this, so we're just going to say stoically, tell us everything.
You're not going anywhere until I get the full story.
I tried to protect people. You have to believe me. The gods told me to lure the Veil Jumpers to the center of town. The others were to be rounded up and kept safe. They would be the first to witness the glory of Gillenane's new creation. She showed me gold. So much gold.
Yep. All this for greed.
All this for gold. The villagers, the Veil Jumpers, the Blights everywhere. Demeter's Crossing is dead because of your greed.
I didn't know. You don't understand what it was like to hear those voices.
The gods exploited his greed and fear.
I'm supposed to feel sorry for him? I say we leave him right here.
But I'll die.
Yep.
The Blights everywhere. What if the dragon comes back?
If we let you go, you'll run straight back to the gods.
They were in his head. Their influence might linger.
I understand what they do now. I won't be tempted again, I swear.
Rook?
Okay, so you'll notice we only have two choices here. And for most of the choices, for most of the backgrounds, it's the same. However, if you are a Grey Warden, you get a third choice. So the third choice for Grey Wardens is to literally send him to the Grey Wardens, basically turn him into a Grey Warden. It's like, hey, you allowed your entire village to die to the Blight, well now you get to fight the Blight. And that actually turns out to be like one of the best endings for him. But since we don't have that option as a crow, we can either save him, which means we let him go and he just kind of disappears, or we leave him here and let him die. There's not much of a difference. The only difference is that if we leave him here, he comes back later as a blighted creation that we have to kill later in the game. Kind of want to leave him to die, actually. I'm pretty sure my crow would do that. I'm an assassin boy. I'm pretty sure he would leave him to die. And honestly, he deserves it.
Leave him here. He can fend for himself.
No!
Wolves will get him in the night. Or, given the state of this place, something worse.
The people of Demeter's Crossing were depending on him. The least he can do is stay with them now.
A steep price to pay. And we're the ones to choose it?
Somebody has to.
You don't understand the power they have. They show you what you crave. They speak to the darkness in your heart.
Mm-hmm.
No one can stand against that.
Watch me.
I won't be the last to surrender. I felt the evil.
Let's go. No point arguing with the dead man.
Yep. There we go.
The Fade had opened, and the gods were free. Thanks to Solus.
They'd woken up to find their empire, their subjects, even their fellow gods, all gone. But they still had the power of the Blight, and corrupting a village was just the start. They made plans to tap more of the Blight, all of it, to rebuild their empire. As a path to power, it had its costs.
They don't care about the cost.
And everyone would pay for it.
They just want power, which, you know, reminiscent of certain things, I'm sure. And now we have fast travel, which we can use now. So we can just do this and go here. Yeah, it's actually really interesting because if you're a Grey Warden and you choose the third option for him, it actually leads to a whole series of very interesting little quests in the Grey Warden area. And he redeems himself like really well. And it's a nice little redemption arc. If you choose to save him, he just kind of disappears from the game. He obviously just runs away. But since we left him to die, he will show up as a blighted creature that later that we have to kill. So again, your choices lead to some very interesting little things besides your companion's approval or disapproval. All right, let's talk to these dudes.
Did you find our scouts?
They're dead. I'm sorry. Elganon and Gillenane sacrificed them in some kind of ritual.
Creators. What about the rest of the village?
The ritual spread blight everywhere. The entire village was overrun.
The few who survived are controlled by blood magic. Their minds are gone.
Elgarnon and Gillenane used them like puppets.
And here's our girl.
I dare say it was a show of force.
Morgan.
They will not rest until you are on your knees, fearful, cowering, helpless in the face of such power.
Holkara.
Lady Morrigan?
'Tis simply Morrigan to you, Scout Harding. What a pleasure to see you again.
Rook, this is Morrigan, an old acquaintance. I thought she could help.
Morrigan helped the Inquisition when Varric and I were part of it. She knew more about ancient magic than anyone, except Solus.
'Twas both pleasure and necessity to help then, as it is now. Stopping Elganon and Gillenane shall require many hands.
Yeah, Morgan has been a mainstay in the series since the very first game. In Dragon Age Origins, she was one of your companions. And then she's basically been like a helper throughout the rest of the games.
So who are you exactly?
I have borne many appellations. Advisor to Orlais, Witch of the Wilds, friend to the Inquisition. My place here, however, is but a humble advisor on matters arcane.
Witch of the Wilds?
An honorific born of rumor and exaggeration.
Yeah,
the
she's pretty
fearsome
great.
reputations of your opponents, however, are duly earned. This dark turn of events shall only become worse.
That sounds bad. You know what? I'll be polite because it's Morgan.
Then I look forward to your help.
How refreshing. Your cooperative nature is appreciated.
She's like, oh
in
hey, you're
return.
actually being nice to me.
What can you tell us about all this?
As dangerous as Solus himself may be, his imprisonment of the gods was just. To leave them unchecked would have been the very end of Thedas.
So you know the Dreadwolf, yes?
Just to be clear, you know your old friend Solus is actually the Dreadwolf.
So I have come to learn. It rather explains how he knew such a great deal of ancient elven history. and why he became so vexed when I attempted to explain it to him. Whilst I cannot claim the same depth of knowledge, the knowledge I do possess is yours for the asking.
I hope it helps.
Mansplaining, only
For
in
all
her
we
case
know,
it would be
the entire world
demon-splaining.
will look like Demeter's Crossing once the gods are through.
We're not gonna let that happen.
Not if we stop it first.
Ah, the confidence of youth.
Yeah, they brought her
We
back.
shall need a good deal more of it.
I suppose
Pretty
you
sure they
have
were
some
like, no
advice.
one else
Set aside your
can,
notions of godhood and see them for the
voice
ancient,
organ,
powerful
you know?
mages they are. Standing against them shall require serious magic of your own. When you interrupted the Dreadwolf's ritual, did you happen across any of the tools he used?
He had a dagger, but it got lost in
more
the chaos.
explaining. Yeah, I
Then
mean,
you
to
would
be
do
fair,
well
she
to
does a lot
find
of
it.
that in all the
It is
games.
better in your hands than those of the gods.
Is there anything else Solus might have had that could help us? We're in his, well, he calls it the lighthouse?
Ah, yes, the legendary sanctum of the Dreadwolf. 'Tis said his Illuvian, the Viravas, could travel to any other Illuvian of his choosing.
And there's our
That's
explanation
not how it works
for
right now. It only goes to Arlethan.
our quick
I can
travel.
take a look at it. Maybe fix it even. I know Illuvians better than most.
Any help you can offer, we'd appreciate.
Oh yeah, no, she was great in Farscape.
Illuvians even work the same way. All the magic is different now. Our gods are back.
And
Our
there we
gods.
go, Bellara having
And they're killing people
a deserved
and blinding
freak
the
out
world.
now that
How
she's
do we
safe.
stand up against that?
We stand up against them one step at a time. We don't have all the answers, but we know what we need to do. You're fixing the Illuvian at the lighthouse. Nev, Harding, and I are going to find this dagger at the ritual site. Let's get to work. There's a lot of fight ahead of us.
Indeed. Prepare yourselves well and have a care in your choices. These are the times in which legends are born or slain. In this battle, I shall render whatever assistance I am able.
Right. Let's move.
It's her fancy hat, Elston. Let her have her fancy hat. The team decided to leave the mayor to his fate. Yep. And we're back to where Varric got stabbed.
You can do this, Lace. It's gotta be done.
Did I get any ability? I did. I got another skill point. And I need to open that up anyway, so I'll go ahead and get Wall of Fire. I'm not a huge fan of Wall of Fire as an ability, but it's one of the first ones you grab, especially since I'm going down this way, so. Because you can't really, yes, you can change and reset choices later. Like, this is going to be, so these abilities can be switched out. And I'll unlock new ones later. It's just that I have to unlock these ones as kind of like the ability, the first like beginning ones. Because if I were going, say, towards Evoker, I would unlock this ice one up here, and so on. Because I need to unlock these two and then move towards the center to get to this specialization. So, I'll unlock abilities. Like, all the diamond ones are abilities that I can add to my little bar. So I'll have this one at some point. And then, of course, there's this lightning one up here, which I kind of like, actually. I might have to get that one. We'll see. And then, of course, there's meteor right here. Yeah, you do need both sides. You can creep around if you want, but there's a lot of little things like here. So you get a lot of little passives that can really help you out a lot. And you'll notice there's, because like the Spellblade is very much built on sustain and burst damage, whereas Evoker is control and burst, and then Deathcaller is sustain and control, right? But there's a lot of little passives that are really, really helpful. Like this one where certain attacks generate mana, and arcane bombs are really good. Advantage durations, upgrading certain abilities, and so on and so forth. So, but we're just at the beginning. We're only level, what level are we? Yeah, we're only level 5, so. And for context, you can get up to level 50. Yeah, it's just in the way, honestly. And while you can get, while just from leveling up, you get up to 50 odd skill points, there's also a lot of little things in the world itself. Little puzzles and little statues and stuff, where if you do them, if you finish their little puzzles, you get more skill points outside of leveling up. So you can actually get more skill points and get more abilities than just if you were leveling, which is nice. All right. Hi, baby. Oh, look at that. It's our first bot. Thank you, Azu. But I guess we're getting there. First bot after what? How many streams has it been?
I should have taken the shot.
That would have made things worse.
You don't know that. All you have are guesses.
We're up against something unfamiliar, working with more rumors than facts. Of course that's all I have.
I should have taken the shot.
We all carry blame, honestly.
You didn't take the shot. I destroyed the statue. Who do you want to blame more for the outcome? We all did what we thought was best in the moment.
And look where it got us. Tried to stop the world from being
maybe
swallowed
congrats.
by chaos,
I
and
mean,
now
I'm
it
getting
might
there,
be
I guess.
swallowed by chaos anyway. Elven gods escaped from their prison, Solus is in your head, and we're scrambling to figure out what to do. And Varric?
Varric knew the risks. He knew what it might cost.
We're still standing. The fight's not over.
You know, I like that about you, Lace. You don't stop fighting, you push for answers and action, while I can get stuck on questions forever.
Well, we need someone who can put the pieces of the puzzle together. We're fighting the unknown.
Exactly. Everyone has a part to play. Varric brought us together because of our strengths. He wanted a team he could rely on. We have to be that team.
Play to our strengths.
And rely on each other.
I think I can manage that.
Then let's find Solus's dagger. It'll be a start.
Alright, wait a minute. Let me see. Harding. Yeah, she doesn't have the rest of her abilities unlocked yet, it looks like. Hold on. Yeah, we've only got these two. Get there. And we're back to where we started.
Look.
I can feel lingering magic. Powerful magic.
The dagger was here. Something took it.
Uh-oh. That's not good. That's a very powerful weapon. Guess what? It's a dark
What if it took the dagger?
Only one way to find out.
Look, there it goes.
Yep, knew that was gonna happen.
Big darkspawn coming right
Can you
at
tell
us.
I've played this game a lot? And also, when you pause and look at it, it'll tell you, what's really nice is when you focus on an enemy, it'll tell you what they're vulnerable to and what they're resistant to, which is really nice. In this case, I have fire abilities and it's vulnerable to fire.
We have to go after that ghoul. Let's get this gate open.
Look up there. That magical device.
Alright. There's some stuff over here to get, if I remember correctly. Right, this skeleton with all this stuff. You run across all these, like, you run across so many skeletons of people who just were really stupid and did stupid things and ended up dying, and you just, like, loot their corpses. Like, well, I guess this is a thing. So we need to do this.
Good work. Let's keep on the trail.
Navigate to that. This is also teaching us how to use those to not just get through hey, and see what I was talking about, that helm? There's that helm. I don't want it to show though, so we're going to... As cool as that helm looks, I kind of want to see my boy's face. So we're gonna hide it, always.
Darkspawn don't usually collect things, do they?
Solus's dagger is special. They might have been drawn to it.
No, I didn't tell you to jump. I told you to pick up the wood. They have the same button press, so if you're not like... I will just jump so many times, sometimes just trying to get a chest. It's ridiculous. Oop,
Anyone
there we go.
spot that ghoul? It must have come this way.
And we're gonna fight some things. Yep.
Look out! More darkspawn ahead.
More darkspawn coming out of those pools.
Okay, yeah, so now we'll have to stagger. We're still doing stuff.
Did you find the dagger?
Thankfully,
I don't think these darkspawn
I
took
already
it.
know how to do that
Let's keep
because
looking.
I just killed them very quickly. Because fire. these waterfalls have things hiding behind them, but not that one. As far as I remember. Yes, fire is very good. Especially since it will give like burning damage. But fire is especially good against dark spawn. So I think there's a thing up here. If it's something you can climb, there's usually something at the top. Yeah, there's goodies up here. Get all the gold we can and all the stuff we can so we can sell it. And there's a chest up here. And see, it gave me a heavy helm this time. And it'll have different abilities and stuff, but you'll notice that it has less ability, more defense, but less ability damage. So it really just depends on what you want for your armor. But also you need to consider, here, I think I can show you. Yeah, it's gonna show up there. Like if you look here, there's this passive, and this passive this is specifically for the Mornwatch section, is if you wear different classifications of helm and armor, so that you get more mana regeneration, less mana cost for ranged attack, and you get more weak point damage. And that's if, say, you were wearing light armor and then a heavy helm, or, you know, just a mix and match, right? Whereas here for my, whatchamacallit, if I get this passive, that means if I'm wearing a medium helm and medium armor, I get all of these abilities buffed. And then I think it's light armor for this one. Yeah, light armor mastery for the control one. And it's the same, actually. It's the other jobs also get similar passives, right? Which is why you don't just get light armor if you're a mage. Because it's really just going to depend on what you want to do. And what you need to buff. Because your helm and your armor is also going to have abilities stacked on it that'll give you, like, better mana or more ultimate or what have you.
Over there, a dagger thief.
More blight in the way.
Now we have to switches. We have to kill all of these.
And there's probably another one.
In order to get over there.
Nicely done. I mean, it's gross, but you can't argue with results.
Okay, I'm too far away. I needs to get closer. Ooh, want that. I don't think there's anything over there. There we go. And I need this. Or something over here. I love the fact that we just kick these chests open. Is that better? And you see, then here's where you have to like make choices too. And you're gonna have to start making these choices based on not just the damage and the stagger, but also on the other unlockable abilities. But you'll see, like, I get more damage from this one, but I get less stagger. And stagger can be really important, especially later in the game. In this case, I'm gonna go for damage because I'm still squishy. And also fire good in this particular place. So now, instead of necrotic damage, my dagger's gonna have fire damage. And here we go.
We're under fire.
They're hitting us from afar.
Yes, I realized that.
Off to the distance.
I think you're gonna get staggered soon, yes.
That had to hurt.
And once they get staggered like that, you can use takedowns.
Ranged incoming.
And you can actually upgrade
Look,
abilities
another
to the
one of those
point
magical
where,
beams. There are 2 of these devices this time. I bet we'll need to direct beams at both of them.
yes, we will.
That's one. Now to find the other.
Get on there. Thank you. You have a lot of passives and stuff that will actually make your takedowns, like, if you do a takedown, you get health, or if you do a takedown, you get more mana, and so on and so forth. And the takedowns look different depending on what weapon you have and, you know, if you're mage, rogue, what have you, which is nice.
Good
So
work.
this is kind of a
Now let's
secondary
see what's
thing. This
behind
is
that
mostly
gate.
just giving you a chance to get in here and get goodies. Also, I think we need to. And see, there's another. So now I'm gonna have cold damage because this is actually better both in stagger and in damage. But I'll have fire damage on my knife, so there's that. I think there's stuff over here to get. Yes, there is, but I'm gonna do this over here first. I think there's a. Oh, no, there's nothing to do over here. I just need to go over here. Nice. Another chest. And there we go. Now we go through this area. And we need to go that way, but there's stuff down here. I have explored all the nooks and crannies. Remember, can I jump up there? Oh, I can, yes. We are going this way. That's another thing. You can always tell where you're going just because of the loot that they leave.
Get ready.
Oh, yeah, no, here we go.
Can't get along.
Nice hit, Nev.
That's got it.
Ow.
Rook takes that.
Those javeliners are so annoying. Always. Oh, hello. Forgot about you.
Well, look at that.
Oh. here. There's a chest there, and then there's another one down back this way. Because of course, they always hide one in like the big waterfalls. Or... yeah, it's right back there. I always check the waterfalls. And there we go. Better armor. Well, not better armor. It's less ability damage, but it is more defense. And considering... and it is medium armor too, so considering the specialty I'm going for, I need to be used to wearing medium armor and medium health. Also, I kind of like the look of this one better. Looks cooler.
That has to be the
And
ghoul
here
we're
we
tracking.
go.
Better hope it still has the dagger.
That's a problem.
Ah yes, the totally not suspicious rock formations. Ooh. You guys hit, but that means nothing, honestly.
Harding? Harding!
This is the eternal hymn, the prayer and the proclamation. We are free again, whole again, here again.
Harding!
I can hear it. The song of the stone. What is happening to me?
Uh-oh. Yep, and there we go. For those who don't know,
Are you moving those rocks?
dwarves can't do magic, so this is a little weird.
I don't know how to control it.
Ah, here we go. We're getting combos now. Guess I already know how to do this.
Your turn. On the left. They're coming from the right.
Yes, they are.
Coming in range. Ow! On your left.
Oh, 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 no, no. No, 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 no. Go away. Go away. Let me shoot you.
Not too bad.
And
That dagger. What did it do to me?
Not sure, but we should get back. We'll talk it through there.
Okay. Wow.
Your pet has failed, sister. And now the magic of the Dreadwolf's dagger is hidden from me. Fen Harel meddles once again.
If his dagger's beyond our reach, we must craft another. Made of red lyrium.
You know what's really funny is Elganon, the dude, the god on the left. It was confirmed that he's apparently very vain because he's wearing like a wig.
You said something took you over.
Something like that?
And it's still with you?
Yes. I think so. It can't be possession, can it?
I doubt it. Dwarves can't be possessed. They aren't connected to the Fade.
Yep.
Solus's dagger triggered this event. But how? Or why?
Now we have to deal with...
I'm sorry, Lace.
Why Harding,
I wish I had
as a
answers.
dwarf, has what seems to
It's
be
all right.
magic.
Talking has helped. And hey, we got the dagger, right? Mission accomplished. Dwarves have never used magic. We can't.
And I get a special thing.
It's not the magic I know.
What do you mean?
It's clearly stone-focused, which makes sense. Dwarves are children of the stone.
Mages connect to the Fade. Dwarves reach out to the stone? Maybe?
Maybe.
I guess we don't have any real answers.
You know what, let's be optimistic. We don't want to
It's a wonderful gift. You must be proud.
But I didn't do anything to earn this. How could I be proud? I don't even know how it happened. It's all a little strange. But not in a bad way. I feel... connected.
To
the stone. Dwarves call ourselves children of the stone. Some of us have what we call stone sense.
I mean, we
Those
find
that
later
have
she
it
can like
feel caves.
These are all abilities
lyrium
that allow them
veins,
to
and faults in
manipulate the
rock.
world around them to like
I
get
wasn't
through
one of
quests
them.
and to
Maybe the dagger unlocks something hidden. But
finish puzzles and stuff.
But this is more
So-
than the stone sense I know. I hope you're right that this is a gift. I'd be heartbroken if it caused problems.
As long as you're throwing rocks at the bad guys and not me.
Don't give me a reason to, then.
No promises.
I'll send word to the Grey Wardens about the blight we saw. And then I'm gonna lie down.
And we need more answers about what the gods are planning. I'll find some place to relax and try to reach Solus in the Fade.
Good luck. Try not to let him get to you. It feels like we're finally making some progress. And I'm not sure what my new magic's about, but I know it feels right.
With their eyes on the Dreadwolf and the gods he'd set loose, they couldn't see
Derek
their
is our
own
personal
personal
storyteller.
demons coming to haunt them. Harding told herself it felt right. She was connected to the stone, to the lost titans, and all of dwarven history, with its buried secrets. How could that be anything but good?
Might be good, might not be so good. We'll see. And we got a new bow for Harding. Okay.
Guess I should find some place to try to talk to Solus.
And we leveled up, which is good. And you'll notice now we have the dagger on our hip. Well, we have what's, you can see the hilt. I'm assuming the dagger itself is like retractable. Is there any? Okay, Harding wants to talk to us. Looks like Nev doesn't need to talk to us right now. And we should probably go talk to Balara down there. But first, Harding has skill points available. Okay, we want this one and we want that one. For the combos. There we go. Skills. We're gonna go. No, we're gonna go maximum mana here because I always need more mana. More mana is always good. Okay. We are going to not talk to Solus yet. We're going to go talk to Harding, then we'll talk. Oh yeah, here we go. So this is where we upgrade stuff. We haven't met the dude for it yet, but we're getting goodies here. So we just got an outfit reminiscent of Dragon Age 2 and Hawk's outfit right there. And see if this sounds interesting. I guess this chest got lost to the fate and someone shepherded it to our doorstep. Is it just me or does the armor look somehow familiar, like something an old friend would wear? And you'll see Spectre of Battles Past, Paragon of Leadership and Command helmet. So we have glam, that's N7 glam now. We have Mass Effect glam now.
Toldar, it's a tunnel. Veden gar velos atredum. But velos atredum is nothing like Isatunal.
Isatunal. I remember. After you touched the dagger, the prayer, the proclamation, Isatunal. What exactly are you proclaiming?
They don't remember. No one remembers. We don't even know what we lost.
You lost me.
Harding? Are you in there?
I'm sorry, what?
What does Isatunal actually mean?
Isatunal is an affirmation, a statement of existence, of being. It means, I am here. But no, not I. I is singular, but it isn't. We either.
And this is
we is multiple,
the problem
but
of
also
all
separate.
Translators.
What?
And
Isatunal
scholars.
is the eternal hymn that encompasses all time, all spaces.
The
I
trouble
am,
of
we are
trying
this
to
and that, here,
figure
there,
out how
now,
to
and
explain a
forever.
concept in one language when that language from another language that when that language you're trying to translate doesn't have an exact version.
Okay, whatever works for you.
Words aren't enough. It's hard to put into words something you just feel. I'm certain Isatunal describes how we, the dwarves, once were. But none of the books say anything about it. None of the histories are right. If we forgot something so important, what else did we forget?
I don't know.
I'm sorry. I
Welcome
don't expect
to
you
history.
to have an answer. Thanks for letting me babble, by the way.
Baby.
Anytime. That's what I'm here
Oh
for.
my goodness. Are you chirping? Are you chirping? I don't know if the mic actually picked that up. Hi. Are you saying hello? Are you saying hello? you saying hello, baby? Oh my goodness. Alright, if you want to sit with me, you can sit with me, but Mama's doing a thing. Oh, I should probably save the game. I haven't done that lately. I don't even think about saving, honestly, with this game much because you only get so many slots, but there's so many auto saves. Yeah, hi. You can sit here while I'm doing a thing, baby. You're being so loud. We need to go talk to Polara. Let's go talk to Polara, and then we can do our thing with Solus. And snark at him some more. For those of y'all who have played Mass Effect 3, there's a fun little Easter egg here. If, you know, I could talk to her.
Oh, Rook! Hello! I've never seen an alluvium like this before. Not intact, anyways. Fascinating.
And we're gonna keep talking to her.
Wait, if the magic is feeding back into itself...
Oh,
this thing's self-stabilizing! Sorry, didn't mean to yell.
Sweetheart, you need to make up your mind if you're going to sit on my lap or you're just gonna stand here.
Soon as Illyrium cures, I should be able to fix this. Not entirely sure what will happen when I do. But I can see the flaw in the resonance, so whatever it's supposed to do, it's not.
We just gotta keep talking to her until we get the Easter egg.
It'll be done when it's done. Can't rush this kind of thing, Rook. Didn't Nev want to talk to you? Sorry, Rook. I'm just in the middle of some calibrations.
And there we go. Sorry, Rook, I'm just in the middle of some calibrations. Oh, and you'll notice everything's cleaned up in here now. We are going to go this way.
Wait.
It is a Garrus
That room
line.
wasn't there before. I don't think.
And now we get our own room. Yeah, if that's a Garrus line in Mass Effect 3, when you keep going to like bother him and to talk to him and everything, he'll get to the point where he's like, hey, sorry Shepard, I'm in the middle of some calibrations, and it's become a whole meme. And here's my room.
Therefore Harding must have put my pack here. That makes sense. Better place to sleep than the infirmary. Guess I can spare a few moments to unpack my things.
And now we get to make a few choices as we unpack things.
Barrick and his life lessons. I asked him how we were supposed to stop Solus, and he gave me this. Take a long, hard look at it, kid. It'll always show the face of a hero who can get it done.
And then you get to choose things. Like this part right here is what a lot of people were complaining about, which is ridiculous. You can also, if you have tattoos, you can choose certain things about your tattoos. And you can also, if you have certain scars, you can also choose things about scars. So you can say they're badges of honor, they're sexy, they're lessons learned. Tattoos, they matter as an elf, right? Or they help me love myself, celebrate success, thought hard about them. And then, of course, the gender identity options, which is if you want to, right? Like, say, yeah, this is who I am, right? So there's options there. People were complaining about them, but it's like, it's optional, literally optional. You don't have to, yeah. I think I'm going to go with scars because I got a lot of them. And I'm just going to say this.
Honestly, my scars are pretty
Yeah,
good.
it really is.
They add character. And you should see the other guy.
Well, apparently, I wasn't the only one to get struck by lightning. There we go. Untom command pin.
The unarmed commander I took this from thought occupying Treviso was the same as owning it. I showed him how wrong he was. Freed a bunch of prisoners that night, including Varric. That's also the night the Crows kicked me out of Antiva for carrying out unauthorized operations.
And a lot of this is like little things to like kind of flesh out your background and flesh out what your character thinks about your background, right?
Still can't believe they didn't back me. We're the Crows. Killing targets is what we do.
Okay, and then next one is over here.
The peddler gave me this after I saved his caravan from bandits. He told me the scroll went back even before Tevinter. Said that elves had a rich history. Even more than the rest of us.
And what's interesting is like every character you have is going to have something different. So it's going to have something, it's going to have Varric's mirror. Everyone gets Varric's mirror. Then it's going to have something to do with your background, which in my case was that pin we just talked about. It's going to have something to do with your race, which is that scroll that we're talking about now. And then it's going to have something to do with my class, which we'll see in a moment, which is really nice. And it does that for every character. So it'll change depending on the combination you choose for your character.
That history looked better before Elganon and Gillenane came back and started blighting everything.
And the last thing. Also, I have like weird fish in here. Like, on the one hand, fish, but also we're in the Fade, so they're really weird fish and plants.
The ever-turning orb. My final training project as an apprentice. I spent months finding the precise balance of energy flows to make the enchantment permanent. My teachers said they'd never seen anyone weave the layers of magic so intricately.
Yeah, it is
all
cool.
Just felt right.
And I think it's supposed to be like a reference
Right.
to older games
That's
too,
better.
you know?
Now, how do I connect to Solus? Just sleep or relaxing?
Because this is, instead
if I
of
clear
the
my
Normandy
mind.
and our tiny little aquarium, now we've got this giant aquarium. And now we're gonna go snark at Solus some more.
Back so soon. It must have been worse than I had thought.
Hello, Dreadwolf.
Ah, but perhaps I am mistaken. You may be here to correct me, to tell me that my concerns were unfounded. I am, after all, remembered as the god of lies, treachery, and rebellion.
Yeah, and see, he responded that way because he remembered that I was jabbing at him.
So you're gonna be insufferable about it. See, this is the reason nobody likes you.
I led a rebellion for centuries that culminated in the creation of the Veil and the destruction of the Elven Empire.
Okay, this is among the reasons nobody likes you.
My information was accurate. Now you realize that the danger is real.
I need to know what the gods are planning.
You are asking for knowledge no mortal in this world is privy to. If I am to share it with you, I need to know what makes you the right person to lead the fight against Algernon and Gillenane.
And the response here is going to lead to different things. And honestly, all the rooks I've played so far, I've done like all sorts of different options. But sarcastic rook has been my favorite. I punch up, you should know. And this is also going to affect how he responds to you later.
I'm not in charge of everyone. I'm just leading my little team until Varric is back on his feet.
I understand your fear. Declare yourself the leader, and others may think you power-hungry. No better than those you oppose.
I didn't say I was afraid. Back in the Crows, I had to deal with the Antam invasion. One night, I saw a unit getting ready to transport prisoners to another city. It was way too large for us to hit.
But you did so anyway, using unconventional tactics to confuse the Antam and free the prisoners.
How'd you know that?
You helped Varric pursue me for the better part of a year. It would have been foolish not to learn about who was hunting me.
Then you know I'm not interested in a fancy title. But when something needs doing, I do it.
I suppose I was not so different when I started.
Started what?
My rebellion against the Evanuras. The Elven Gods, as you call them. They wish to reclaim their dominion over this world. To accomplish that, they will need two things.
He's finally giving us information.
First, the Blight. What exists in this world is a bare fragment of its power. The rest is imprisoned. Until they release it.
Okay. It didn't escape?
The Blight didn't escape with the gods?
Elganan and Gillenane escaped largely empty-handed, fortunately. Most of the Blight is still trapped in the prison I created ages ago.
So what we saw at that village, that's them not at full strength?
That's concerning.
Correct.
The rest of the Blight is in prison? There's more than what's in the world already?
Yes. Centuries ago, the Magisters of Tevinter opened my prison. A tiny fragment of the Blight escaped. That fragment grew beneath the earth and led to the Blights that have swept across the world. However terrible the Blight is now, it is a mere fraction of what we will see if its full power is unleashed.
That's very much not good.
I don't understand. Elganan and Gillenane were elves like you, right? Why would they want to blight the world?
It is my fault. As the Dread Wolf, I was a thorn in their side. When my efforts weakened their grasp on the Elven people, they grew frustrated, then desperate.
And turned to the Blight.
Once the corruption took hold of them, they were blind to its horror. It was just another source of power for them. Now they would blight the world without hesitation, and call us backward and foolish for opposing them.
It's a little too close to
home. What do they need to do to free the Blight? And how do we stop them from doing it?
They will need to pierce the veil to reach the Blight's prison. My Lyrium dagger is one of the few artifacts capable of doing so.
We've already recovered it from the ritual site.
Excellent. Then they will have to make their own. That will give you time.
You said the gods needed two things, and the Blight is the first. What's the second?
Followers. They have called themselves gods. And what is a god without worshippers to sing their praises?
You need worshippers.
I'm not going to bend a knee to blighted, murdering monsters just because their ears are pointed like mine. I don't think many other elves are going to either.
Agreed. Elganan and Gillenane care little for the elves. They will find worshippers among those hungry for power. Tyrants and bullies. The cruel and the corrupt.
Like
who
that
fear their
mayor.
own vulnerability and seize any chance to feel strong. If you hunt them, they will lead you to Elganan and Gillenane.
You know what? That sounds entertaining.
You want me to pick fights with tyrants and bullies? Sounds fun.
I gave no orders. All
Hey,
I
hello.
offer are suggestions.
I'm on it. What else?
The Veravas, the lighthouse Soluvian, can take you anywhere, if you master its secrets. Have you done so?
Not yet, but we've got one of the Veil Jumpers working on it. She'll get it sorted, and we'll see how it goes.
Yes. I suppose we will. And when you speak with Varric, Please tell him that I regret what happened.
Totally regret stabbing your buddy. No, you're good, Halo. I'm streaming tonight because usually I stream on Tuesdays, but you know, 7.2 drops tomorrow, and while I can't play the patch because I haven't caught up yet, because sitting and playing 14 actually strains my pinched nerve right now, I am planning, I don't really care about spoilers, so I'm planning on watching Raptor Chan play through it. So I'm streaming tonight since the patch stuff is, the maintenance is going on, and then tomorrow I will get to watch other people play the patch and probably die horribly in the new dungeon and the new raids. And now we have access to the wardrobe. Also here, so we can pick up new decorations in the world, either by buying them or just picking them up. And you can put them down, which we don't really have any new ones. We have what we have here. Yeah. So we just have what we brought with us, basically. And we have the wardrobe. So let's look at our transmog. So we're just gonna do this real quick because it bothers me. Oh, that's new. That's creepy. That must be a PC thing, because I don't have that on console, and I don't like it. That's got that's very Eldritch Horror. It's got eyeballs all over it. I'm not a fan. Does that mean there's also a staff that's... Yeah, there is. That's a skull. That's a really creepy skull. That's not a cool skull like you get for the other ones. Oh, that's a cool, like, iridescent effect on it, though. But no. But yeah, you see every single thing that we've gotten, its appearance is now in here. Yeah, it's not on sale for console. I have it on console because I pre-ordered it. But yeah, here's the command helmet if we want to go full Commander Shepard. But we're probably going to keep our helm off the whole time, so. And then armor slot. So we have the options here, right? But then we also have Hawk. So this is the armor that Hawk wore in Dragon Age 2. So we can wear that if we want. And then there is the Spectre of Battles Past, which is, as you can probably tell, Mass Effect themed. It's got shoulder pads and everything, and it's got the N7 stripe. And then another version is this one. It's basically the same, it just doesn't have the coat, and it's more of a, like, breastplate-ish option. Very practical, much more practical fit. I'm tempted to wear this one, actually, since I am a mage. And also we have other elven options. Yeah, and the mages look really good with the nice long coats, too. And this is basically the same as this armor. It's just this one has the coat on top. So I may use this as my image just for the moment. And then you can also change your casual wear if you want. You just have to be careful what you choose for that, which honestly I don't really want to because the crow casual wear is really good. But depending on what you choose, you could wear armor in the lighthouse as part of your casual wear if you wanted, but it might clip in certain scenes. So, and this is what it looks like casual, so yes. And then you can also change it for the others as well. Like if you have a certain bow you want them to wear, or a certain outfit that you've collected that you want them to wear. Which is nice. And I think I'll just leave it as is for the moment. I'll just put, why is it still showing? Oh, it's because I didn't. I'll just leave that as is. And I can always turn, what's nice is, yeah, this is actually not so much Star Wars themed as it's Mass Effect themed, which is nice. And which Mass Effect is the sci-fi game that BioWare put out, which is BioWare is the studio that made Dragon Age. So, but what is nice too is that once you go into character, you can go here, and if you want to turn off the appearance, if you say you get a new suit of armor and you want to see what it looks like, you can hit this and turn it off, which is really nice. We'll do this. Okay, so we've talked to Bellara, we've talked to the other two. We got the Mass Effect, little Mass Effect goodie from Bellara, and now we're gonna go talk to Varric. Hello, my dude.
So Solus told the truth about the gods.
You heard?
I love the Mass
It's
Effect
bad,
games.
Varric.
I got Legendary
If you'd
Edition as
seen
soon as
Demeter's
it dropped.
Crossing.
The team needs
As if
to
I
act
don't already have
fast.
the other
And it
ones
can't
on
do
disc
that with
and
me
have played
leading from
them
a bed.
so many times.
You've got to take point on this.
I can't replace you.
I can't do what you do. I've barely been holding it together in the short time you've been out.
You don't need to do what I do. You just need to get it done. Rook, when I put this team together, what did I look for? A detective to find the Dreadwolf, and a scout to get us the lay of the land. Exactly the people he'd expect me to recruit. Disciplined, predictable. And then there's you.
That's kind
Remember
of a
when we
backwards
first met,
compliment,
kid?
because it's like,
I
I'm not
watched you
disciplined,
pick apart an
I'm not
entire
predictable.
Anton patrol in Treviso. They outnumbered you 20 to 1.
They were overconfident. I took advantage.
Which no one else did. Crows didn't appreciate the heat it brought down, but you've got a knack, kid.
For what?
Finding a way through the wildest shit I've ever seen. With a plan that no one expects. On the best day
To
of
be
his
fair,
life,
that's-
Solus wouldn't see you coming, Rook. And don't worry. I'll still be here to talk if you need me.
To be fair, that could be a description of every single protagonist in the Dragon Age games. About Harding being hurt.
There is something. When I took over at the ritual site, I had to make a call on who came with me to knock over that statue. It was the first decision I made leading this team, and Harding got hurt because of it.
You made a decision with the best information you had. Sometimes you do
Awesome.
that.
Have a good
and
night,
people end
Azu.
up hurt. Or worse.
What would you have done?
What would I have done? Probably gotten myself killed and failed to stop the ritual if you hadn't stepped in. A good leader isn't someone who never makes mistakes. It's someone who admits when they make one. That's how you earn their trust.
Oh wow, it's almost 2 hours and 30 minutes. About Demeter's Crossing.
Demeter's Crossing was awful. While we were there, we found one survivor, the mayor.
You left him to fend for himself.
Not everyone was happy about my decision. We're just starting out and I'm already losing their trust.
The key to earning the team's trust isn't to only make decisions everyone
Basically
agrees
trying
with.
to get
It's showing the
Varric's
team that they
advice
can
for
tell you
everything.
whatever's on their mind, even if they think you're full of crap. And know you'll listen.
Did Nev tell you about me talking to Solus in the Fade?
Solus said sorry
I
for
had some
stabbing
good
you.
arguments with Chuckles back in the day. I can't imagine being stuck with him in my head. But how are you feeling about it?
Your old friend is kind of an asshole, Varric.
I'd love to be a fly on the wall while the two of you get into it. Solus fought a rebellion against Elgernon and Gillenane. He didn't want to be a god. But he's also a lot older and more powerful than any of us. He looks at us like we're toddlers.
So how do I deal with him?
Well, act like you're as smart as he is, and he'll be insufferable. Show him you respect his age and experience, and he'll remind you he's just a man. Honestly, pick whichever of those pisses you off less.
He also asked me to tell you that he regrets what happened. Hurting you, I mean.
Chuckles is sentimental. He could burn the world down.
I'm taking the middle route. I am going to be being as sarcastic to Solus as I possibly can.
I'll let you get some rest.
You're gonna be fine, Rook. Hey, one last thing before you go. I've been racking my brain thinking of contacts who might help us with these gods.
You got any ideas?
Nothing. But being a leader isn't about having all the answers yourself. It's about knowing.
To be
who
fair,
does.
the guy
Nev
voicing
has
Varric
connections
has
to a
been
whole
voicing
world
Varric
that Harding and
for,
barely
I think
know.
this is the third game.
Might be worth talking to her.
Because he first appeared
Will
in
do.
Dragon Age 2.
Thanks, Varric.
Anytime.
And the voice actors they got for Rook, because they got 4 voice actors for Rook. There's 2 male
wish
voices.
I could be out there
well,
with you, Rook. Just
2
be careful,
masculine
all right?
voices and 2 feminine voices. And one is like a British accent for each, and one is more of an American accent for each. And then you can also adjust the pitch, so you have options, right? But they all did really well. And in fact, actually, one of the feminine voices, I don't know if you know them, but one of the feminine voices is Erika Ishii, who's relatively famous. And also Matt Mercer is, of course, in this game. Not as a main character, but he is in this game. Okay, I need to go talk to Nev. Go talk to Nev.
Hey, Nev. Hi, Wisps.
Yeah, they're still here, but you're here for leads. You want allies to go after the gods? I've got places to look, if we can get anywhere but Arlathan.
Valara's working on it. What have you got?
Let's start with the angles we know. The gods are corrupt magic personified. Who do we hire to fight that? First, the Antivan Crows. We've got you. But if one assassin's good...
Why not 2? You have someone in mind?
Your most feared mage killer, the Demon of Virantium.
The demon's a legend. I've always wanted to meet him.
Happy to help. The demon got his nickname taking out blood mages and Venatori. There's been fewer stories in recent years, but your bosses would know.
The Talons? They're gonna give me an earful.
If you want to look elsewhere.
I'll set up a meeting. What else?
A trip home.
Back to Minrathous.
Capital city and heart of Tevinter. An empire of mages that knows a thing or two about corrupt magic.
Tevinter Authority.
Won't help and can't be trusted, which is why we talk to the Shadow Dragons. They're a resistance group that fights slavers, blood magic, and imperial corruption. They've got eyes and ears everywhere, including mine, If the gods enter the Empire, we might get something. Besides, I owe them an update.
Are they all mages?
Tevinter might prize its mages, but the Shadows accept anyone. We've all got a stake in the cause.
You must have some
I
stories.
get the feeling you have a lot of dramatic stories.
One or two.
So we talked to the crows in Antiva and the shadow dragons in Minrathous.
I wouldn't mind checking in on my neighborhood either.
I'm gonna go to the crows
If Valara's
first.
ready for us.
Yeah. Should check how things are going.
Okay. So, is there anything else we need to do before we go? No. We are going to go down there and talk to Valara.
Almost there. I just have to... Shit! Sorry.
Can I help?
No, I got it. Mostly. Mirrors are funny things, aren't they? Reflections. They distort reality, no matter what you try. And there's the trick. Control that distortion.
There we go.
There you have it.
Gosh, she's so cute.
What
I
is
just
that
want to
place?
pinch her cheeks.
If I had to guess, it's the Fade. Another part of it, I mean.
Didn't Morrigan say this Alluvian could go anywhere? Didn't think that meant elsewhere in the Fade.
She called it the Veer of Us. Freedom of ways. I wonder...
If that is the Fade on the other side, won't it be dangerous? As the Fade often is?
More dangerous than elven gods who wield the Blight as a weapon?
Point taken.
Some of the older texts talk about a place in the Fade where all the Alluvians meet. A crossroads where you could travel across all of Thedas in just minutes.
Right. We saw something similar when we were chasing Solus. I wonder if it's the same.
It is alike.
And here's our
and
dude.
It is not.
Either you found some way to get into the lighthouse without us seeing, or you've been here all along. Not sure which one worries me more.
The wolf's fang. You carry it now. Old paths. A new journey.
And this is our dude for upgrading our stuff.
I will wait.
Well, can't tell if that's a trap or not. But we're short on options. One way to find out.
And it didn't feel dangerous, you know? Almost more sad.
Just because something's sad doesn't mean it isn't dangerous.
I can think of an example or two that proves that.
And we still don't know what this Alluvian's gonna do. One of us should probably stay behind in case it closes.
Good point.
And there we go.
Just tell us when you're ready to go, Rook.
Basically
And then we
telling
can
us,
figure out
hey,
what's going
you
on.
have a party system now, and you're only allowed to bring 2 people with you. And we don't need to talk to anyone, we just need to go. Alright. Let's go unlock the crossroads. We are going to change our party. We're going to go all mages. We're going to bring Valara. And we're going to bring Nev. So that they can get a look at this place. There we go.
again. Who are you?
A caretaker. I go where I am needed, Dweller. Now, I am here.
And where is here?
The crossroads.
Here we go. It's our fast travel system. Sure, I knew that.
Oh, the crossroads. Right. Of course.
The Evanurus hunger for the crossroads. Their influence is spreading. Blight, death, madness. They send their minions to claim this place. The crossroads is in a time of need, Dweller. I cannot protect you.
You don't have to. If you're standing against the gods, then consider us reinforcements.
And there we go. New area to explore. Got the beacons. And over here we have this, which we can't open yet.
Blight, roots, and magical seals? What's through there?
There's a lot of quests in this area that you can't really do until you get to a certain level. Or unlock certain things. And also, those used to be people. Isn't that great? You know what? What time is it? It's almost 10:30. I think we're at a good stopping point here before we get to the next part of the game. Because we're about to get to another area and we're about to hit a small mini boss battle, if you will, and get into a new area to unlock the next companion character, who's going to be another crow, like me, like my character. So there's that. All right. We are going to be ending stream. It is getting late. I do have work in the morning. Unfortunately, this is not my job. But thank y'all for joining me. Thank y'all for having fun. I won't be streaming tomorrow like I usually do, since it is 7.2 and I'm going to be watching other people have fun and squeak and probably die in dungeons and raids. So that'll be fun. So I will see y'all next time I'm online. Y'all have a great night and hopefully a great day tomorrow and great rest of the week. Bye-bye.